Honorable members, can we hear from the Minister?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker and honorable colleagues, I want to first of all thank the committee for the report that they have presented to the House that has led to the questions that has come from my colleagues. I want to thank you for all your questions. The questions are very valid. I have just been asking myself, should I be a diplomat or be a candidate and be Anite? But I realized that I have to be myself. There is no way I can pretend about the facts. And I want to say that I am going to say everything, and whatever I say is true. You can hold me to them. First of all, I agree with the recommendations of the committee entirely. I agree with these recommendations, Madam Speaker, and I want to commit that the issues that are financial in nature, we will come...
Observations and recommendations.
Yes, and that we will come with the Treasury Memorandum within 6 months to make good of the recommendations and observations of the committee. Yes. And now to the issues that my colleagues have raised. I'll start with the first person who raised it, Honorable Karim. Honorable Karim, you said, why was Mbale left out? I want to make it very clear to you that Mbale was not left out. We actually did budget for both Mbale, Kapeka, and Namamve Industrial Park. The challenge was cash flow challenges. That's why we've not even released the money for the 2 industrial parks, Mbale and Kapeka. However, for Namamve Industrial Park, that was a loan that was appropriated or approved by Parliament of Uganda, and the money is available. But I'll speak later to that project, since there was a question to that extent. You asked the question of the renovation of the one-stop center. Their challenge has been cash flow, that we did budget as Parliament, but we did not get the exact release for the one-stop center in Mbale. You and in the Mbale Industrial Park. Madam Speaker, I want to just bring information as far as the concession on Mbale Industrial Park is concerned, that this is one investor called Mr. Paul Zhang. Paul Zhang came in this country as an industrialist, and his first industries are in Mbalala, an area called Mbalala around Mukono. And Mr. Paul Zhang came to government of Uganda, went to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, and requested that he should be allocated the 600 in Mbale. And so the President directed the relevant ministry, which is Ministry of Finance, and my ministry as well, working with the Attorney General's office. We signed an agreement of leasing the 619 acres to Mr. Paul Zhang. The understanding and the condition is that government provides infrastructure for the industrial park, but Mr. Paul Zhang will have to travel abroad and attract investors in that park. That, your Right Honorable Speaker, that park was land that government acquired from Bugisu Cooperative Union, and we paid money for it. However, the land was encroached, and there were squatters there. They were planting my sweet potatoes and maize, among other things that they were planting on that land for almost 10 years. Until government got Mr. Paul Zhang, who has now established 50 factories in that industrial park. And Madam Speaker, I thank you very much for recognizing the efforts of the industrialists in that industrial park. And Madam Speaker, so therefore there is no land for giving out to any investor in that park. We have leased it out for a period of 5 years until the investor fails, and I want to say that he's on time. He has not failed, and we're having the 50 factories there, and he's on a steady progress. Madam Speaker, I want to continue to the next question, failure to access the industrial park. Of course, it has been privatized. Government leased that entire land, so you cannot just wake up in your house and walk into that industrial park. The public land is that one of Namamve Industrial Park that you can wake up and walk into. Honorable Betty asked a question that land at Namamve, the only land for NFA, that also government wants to take it away. Honorable Betty, I want to give you assurance that that is not going to happen under my watch, because I believe in protecting our environment, and so does the President of the Republic of Uganda believe in protecting the environment. We shall not take that forest land. I am very honest about it, and you can say, but the truth is we will not encroach the forest land. Be assured. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Betty Steele asked a question and said that the accounting officer was released 800 million. Right Honorable Speaker, everyone in this country has seen me talking about the corruption in Uganda Investment Authority. There is nobody who doesn't know that there's corruption there. Even me as the minister. Where is Honorable Sewungu? Honorable Sewungu said that I should be behind bars for saying that the corrupt people are there. Right Honorable Speaker, my heart is bleeding that the corrupt in UIA are getting protected. And my heart bleeds. They are corrupt. They have to be behind bars like yesterday. Like yesterday. But they're getting protected, and therefore what can I do? Poor me. What am I supposed to do? Nothing. So, Right Honorable Speaker, allow me proceed to the question of Juliet.
Order.
I have done my part. I have done my part as the minister responsible. I know the extent to which the law empowers me. The law empowers me that if I am not sure, if I detect corruption.
Honorable members, order.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you. The law empowers me that if I detect corruption, I should speak about it or report. I have done signature and reported the issues of corruption in UIA to the IGG's office, and the IGG has written back to me that they've started the investigation. I have done my part. Right Honorable Speaker, allow me to continue. What else can I do? I've done my part. Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Juliet asked the question.
Order, members, can we listen? We are going to make a Prime Minister's time.
Right Honorable Speaker, allow me rush quickly so that we save time for the Prime Minister's time. There's a quote, Juliet, that the project at Namanve are not being fully fulfilled or done in time. Right Honorable Speaker, that's very true. The project is lagged behind. It is at 50%. It should have been completed by 19th of January this year, but we are behind schedule, as you all know. Today we're in October. The project is only at 50%. When you say, they say you're bad. Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Tumsime asked a question. Honorable Tumsime asked a question about the non-PR. The 10% that we've not released the money. Right Honorable Speaker, on that point, I agree with the committee's recommendation and the observation. Dr. Atim, Honorable Dr. Atim, that we appropriated cash budget and they did not spend the money. I also agree with the recommendation that the accounting officer should be held responsible. Yes, because you did your part and released the money, but the money was not actually utilized. And the Speaker, you did allude to that fact. Honorable Mapenduzi. Honorable Mapenduzi, I'll be told me where the land is in Gulu, because there's a huge interest from people whereby everyone wants actually to do an industrial park in Gulu. Where the last time, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, that I wrote to the Gulu local government, they told me they did not have land, and in the actually sub-region, the only land that was availed to us was in Padey. Right Honorable Speaker, the unfortunate bit of it is that as government, we've not gotten money to do the infrastructure development in Padey. I apologize to the people of Padey that we will make good by making sure that we mobilize more resources to do the project in Padey. Right Honorable Speaker,
can you finish? Finish.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. There is a question from Honorable Milton that I should give the status of the industrial park. And Honorable Milton is talking about the land in Iganga. Right Honorable Speaker, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, former Honorable Ruakana Rugunda, had started negotiating with the people of Iganga, is available. However, the challenge was that we do not have money to acquire that land. To that extent, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, guided that we must go to areas where people can make local government land in their districts available free of charge. And Right Honorable Speaker, I want to report that when we wrote to the local governments, I actually personally did it and went to the land mobilization. We were able to get 28 locations in the 18 zones of Uganda, at least every zone. And I want to thank the MP for Masaka, because for me, I was looking at a nationalistic character, regardless of the political party. I reached out to the leader of opposition, and the former leader of opposition made land available in Masaka. And I want to give him the assurance that we will surely develop that land. Honorable Pius Honorable Pius said in Hoima district, the land has been available, but there are people who, government officials. Honorable Pius, if you can just tell us the government officials who are actually, you can even come and tell me in secrecy. You might be fearing. I will read their names out, because I need to know who is in government, who is actually taking this land. Because the truth is, Right Honorable Speaker, in Hoima, the truth of the matter is that is the oil region, and we want to develop that industrial park. Honorable Ibanda, the Fort Portal municipality land, we got into Barole, and it's for the Fort Portal region. It has a wrangle between Ministry of Finance, Uganda Investment Authority, and Ministry of Agriculture, especially Naro. We have been wanting to solve the issue. I reached out to my senior colleague, Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, and we are working on how to get the case out of court, because the former MP dragged us to court, and we want to resolve that matter. At least we get it. Now the matter is in the hands of the Attorney General, and the Attorney General is here. Honorable Moses Aleper, that UIA has spent a lot of money acquiring land. Honorable Aleper, allow me to educate you that we have not done that. The land that we have gotten from the people has been free of charge. Honorable Tinker, Honorable said, promote industrialization growth in industrial areas. The people sell land. This is the corruption. It is true. Today you saw my senior colleague, Honorable Matia Kasaija, summarily dismissed the leader of opposition, the current leader of opposition, by the way, congratulations, said that, yeah, because I did not see you. So, Right Honorable Speaker, the truth of the matter is that Honorable Matia Kasaija decided to do the action he took today of summarily dismissing the board, because there was sale of land, resale, double allocation, mismanagement, complete total mismanagement, and he thought the power that you gave to him through the act empowered him that he can actually remove, and that is in Article number 5. And so he dismissed, and he's appointing a new board. Honorable Amos, UIA should enter into an MOU with the local government. Right, Honorable Speaker, we take that discussion because His Excellency the President had guided us that we must work with the local governments to make land available, such that we don't limit growth in your local government areas. We want industrialization to happen everywhere in Uganda, such that you can, even in Zimbabwe, if you make land available, regardless of the calendar, if you have land available, my job as the Minister of Investment is to encourage Ugandans and also ask foreigners to come and put their money in that land. We don't want to discriminate the growth of Uganda and say we should concentrate development in only the capital city. We want it to happen in every local government, and I'm happy to work with the local governments. Honorable Agnes, you have raised the point and said government has given more incentive to foreign investors. This point, Madam Speaker, I wanted to tell my colleagues that the incentives that you hear us talk about are actually given by law. And there's nobody in this land, other than the Parliament of Uganda, that has the mandate to make the law. So the incentives that we have, that we talk about, is what you have given us to talk about. But if really now the need is that we must heap more incentives to the Ugandan investors, we will come back here, and then you will amend the Investment Code Act, and then we put more incentives to the Ugandan investors. But as it is, I cannot work outside the law to prevent the will of Parliament that I respect and give the incentives. So what we are working is... Madam Speaker, I'm only left with 3 questions, and I'll be sitting down. What type of industrialist should it be? attracted and in which particular area? And who is an investor? Madam Speaker, you cracked a joke and you said, is it the person who is colored or anyone? Who is red? You actually say the person is red. No. Right Honorable Speaker, an investor is defined by law, and it is this parliament that defined. For a local investor, you should have an investment license, and for you to qualify to have an investment license, you should have 150,000 US dollars minimum. If a foreigner, you should have an investment of 300,000 US dollars. And this was passed by the Parliament of Uganda. So it is well defined. The question that Honorable Lee raised and said he sees so many people, colored people, who go into their villages and are there and setting soaps. Right Honorable Speaker, my response to that answer, that question, is that investors are defined. If you see anybody doing trade, you ask Honorable Bahati, that is under trade, Minister of Trade, not Minister of Investment. I don't actually agree that they should go and do petty trade. So, and Minister of Immigration, how did they come in our country? And why are they there? Who gave them the trading license? Those are the questions you ask from Ministry of Trade and Internal Affairs. Right Honorable Speaker, I agree with the question Honorable Lee asked about the 26. No, that my ministry is actually contributing to 2.9 trillion loss. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to educate my friend that the investment only industrialization, please if you can't distract, please let me talk to him. Industrialization contributes 26.5% to the GDP of Uganda, of the country. So we're actually contributing more than so many other sectors. 26.5% is only from manufacturing. Right Honorable Speaker, you asked Honorable Sawungu, I have answered Honorable Sawungu. Honorable Joel, the Leader of Opposition, I've already answered him. I thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, Honorable Anite. Honorable Anite, when you allocated land in the industrial area, after 5 years, it is presumed that if you don't use the land, do you warn the person before the land is reclaimed by investment authority?
Right Honorable Speaker, we have by law a set period that you should develop the land within 18 months. And within 18 months, if you don't develop the land allocated to you by government, whether you're a foreign investor or local investor, and many investors are in this room, yes, Ugandan investors. If they don't, we withdraw land. I will give you an example that we withdraw land from the investors, local investors in Parliament here and also outside when the 18 months relapse. But to answer your question directly, if we give warnings, written warnings, and because of the corruption that I talked about, the Attorney General is struggling. Right Honorable?
Yes.
Right Honorable.
Let the minister finish.
Right Honorable, because of the corruption that was taking place in UIA, the Attorney General here is fatigued with having to battle cases in court for double allocation and not following the right procedure. And that we need to address urgently. And he even told me he's fatigued, we must stop it. And really, I thank God that Honorable Matia finally acted and cleaned up, and we hope we shall clean the rest of the
Thank you, thank you. Chair, do you have anything to say?
Thank you for watching Lango News Channel. Please subscribe for more updates.